of suffering on Earth is unnecessary to drive humans towards divinity.
Okay, no, okay, but that's an opinion that you can't justify. And by the way, we don't say drives toward stability. The bottom line is this: God has revealed that everything that He does is just and righteous and good. Okay, now, but you're coming along and you're saying, no, the God of the Bible is a liar. Okay, now, can you demonstrate that the God of the Bible is a liar? That the suffering that He permits during the course of human history, okay, is incompatible with his properties? Can you rationally justify that? Or is simply your just argument that you want to give tear-jerking emotional examples of little children in Africa who may be experiencing pain and even may die in a very early stage of their life, that it's simply incompatible with your hierarchy of values? Okay, so all you're just simply saying is little children in Africa who are suffering and even may die of an early age is incompatible with your hierarchy of values. But your hierarchy of values is just simply your arbitrary opinion. Do you realize that?
Is it necessary for these children to die?
Okay, did I just ask you a question?
Sure, ask me the question.
It's necessary? Yeah, it's necessary for everybody to die for God to um, fulfill His plan of redemption. Because unless you die, you will have to go to hell in your current body. In order to
Well,
die, listen carefully.
okay,
The
sure.
way the way God designed human beings, okay, we have a spirit or a soul that is intertwined with a physical body. We inherit a sinful nature through biological reproduction. Now, that that disposition, along with its accompanying behavior, must be eradicated by God. It must be destroyed or separated by God in terms of His justice. The only way for that to be accomplished, okay, is through in God's plan is through by physical death. And then that's why the Bible teaches that when we're born again and God gives us a new disposition, we're the same person, but we have a new disposition. When we die, that old disposition will go away. So without physical death in God's plan, there won't be salvation. So, because you want to eradicate physical death, that means God cannot and will not facilitate His plan of salvation.
Well, let me ask you this, Dawkins. If you do believe then it is necessary for these children to die, why is it that these children die
Yeah,
from these
stop.
horrible?
Stop right
Hold on.
there.
No,
No,
no, no.
no,
I would
you,
like
no,
to
no,
ask my
no.
question
You,
fully,
no, you.
Dawkins.
You can ask your question in a second. You're repeating the same thing over again. Notice how you're appealing to children. Notice how you didn't talk about little 98-year-old lady in a nursing home who just who has constipation and then just dies.
Yeah,
Notice his appeal to children. When
I'm
you say
appealing to children because it's relevant for the next question.
that's an emotional argument, sir.
I'm asking because it's relevant to the next
No, it's
question,
not
and this
relevant.
question.
No, it is no. No, listen to
Well,
me
well, okay.
carefully.
Let me
You're not
complete my
listening to
question.
me. Okay, yeah, listen to me carefully. It's not relevant because when you make an appeal to little children, this is an emotional argument because little children, by people who don't have a biblical view, are deemed to be innocent. Okay. Now, the fact of the matter is, the Bible says even children are not innocent. They're just in a pre neurological development, just waiting to commit evil and sin. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't talk about children. You should just talk about humans because otherwise, you're just making an emotional argument.
Dawkins. So, like, the base of my next question is simply this. Okay, if these children die, okay, why is it that God doesn't allow these children to
Again,
show true
again,
salvation
stop,
throughout the whole
stop,
of their lives?
stop with the children routine. That's an
Well,
emotional.
no,
Why don't
okay,
you talk about a 15-year-old? Why don't
okay,
you
you're
talk
not
about
listening to
15-year-old?
my question, Dawkins. My
It's
question.
irrelevant. It is irrelevant. Listen carefully. It is irrelevant what their age is. It's irrelevant.
Well, okay, Dawkins. Why? Okay, I'll frame it differently. So we have this like clear. Okay, why does God not let these people who have not had much time on the earth, who have not had the capability or culpability to sin to an extent to be warranted to go to hell, why does God not let let's say, a 2-year-old, show that they can go to God and try to aim for divinity and salvation?
Well, how do you know that God in his omniscience doesn't already know what they will freely choose to do in the next year or the next 10 years and the next 20 years, and God just preemptively uh, gives them cessation of life. Okay, the fact of the matter is, you are just introducing the idea of children dying or suffering. It's an emotional argument, because if it's not an emotional argument, you would have talked about 15-year-olds or 98-year-olds. Okay.
Well, Dawkins, if God already
Are we
knows whether somebody
clear?
will commit sin,
Are we clear that when you're invoking little children dying and suffering, what lies behind that is an emotional argument?
Dawkins, I just want to make it clear. I'm
If you
not
don't
trying
answer
to.
me, I'll server meet you. Because
I,
every time I ask you a question,
I
you
understand.
keep on. Okay, have a nice day. All right, we're done.
Dawkins, like,
Okay, yeah, yeah. Have a nice day. See, this is what they do. Okay, they just want to beat a dead horse that's been answered over and over and over again, right? And they just want to invoke emotional imagery, right? Now, the issue is God permitting suffering at all, whether you're a newborn, whether what difference does it make whether you're a newborn or you're 15 or you're 40 or you're 98? What difference does it make? They're still human beings within a sequence of development, right? So you'll notice that everyone, the people always go back. Oh, little children, child dying in Africa. Yeah, I personally find that unpleasant too. I find little children in America dying unpleasant. I find that 15-year-olds, okay, every single day they're going to be people of varying ages, especially young people who die. It's very unpleasant, but it's all a part of God's sovereign plan. DE, would you please come to your microphone, please? Say hello. Because if you don't, I'm going to ban you from the room. Last warning, DE. I want to make sure that you're not the scumbag that I think you are. Please come to your microphone and say hello. Okay. Have it your way. See, this is all they've got, you know. Oh wow. Through the course of human history, there's death and suffering. Therefore, your God can't be good. No, you're just saying he can't be good because you wouldn't institute creation and redemptive history the way he does. Okay? All you're just simply saying is it's not a part of your hierarchy of values. So what? You don't have omniscience. So you have a limited perspective as to what, how, and why God permits things both on a broad scale and on a fine-tuned scale. So all we just have is arrogant human beings who are haughty, who are arrogant, who are cocky, who think they're wiser than God. All right, anyway, I have to go for an errand, but I'll be back probably in about a half an hour.
What the fuck?